Good morning, good afternoon. This is Raquel Redmond from Brava Art Press presenting the second part of the mixed media painting video tutorial. This part or this stage is about painting. By now we should have our collage ready, painted, and it should be all dry. The next thing now is to paint. Here we have one picture. Is a landscape that has been glued and painted with the white paint, thick paint called gesso. It's ready to go. You see, it's nice and dry and very strong. So it's ready to apply colors. Here we have the paint. On this side, I have the paint that I have on those, we talked about this before, on the ice cube trays with the puddle pop sticks. And on this side, I have this paint that it's the same paint, but it's in small containers like this. These containers have lids like this, and that is the advantage because you can keep them longer. This blue ice cube tray has a lid. This one doesn't have one, but we can use cling wrap, plastic wrap, to keep the paint. So we start painting now. We have the newspaper or any scrap paper to mix colors. I have a piece of rag to clean the brushes and to clean my fingers, the water, paint brushes, the paint, and my collage. Now, what I'm going to do is, instead of painting flat on the table, as you are supposed to do, I'll hold it up here so you can see. But in the classroom or at home, when you don't need to do it in front of the camera as I'm doing, you paint flat like this. So I decided already to paint a pink hill because this is a magic landscape too. So I got that pink hill there. Wash the paintbrush. And there's another hill there that could be, I think I'm guys, I have to put it down to mix a nice orange. Nice orange there. So this is the orange hill like that. You see, applying the paint, pushing in like that, dabbing, because this is not paper, it's not flat. And having the paint ready, I'd probably like to paint that in the same color. Some orange flowers. And more orange flowers here. Clean the paintbrush, wipe it like this, and I think I like to mix a nice green. I'm using the paddle pop sticks here to take the paint into from the container there to the newspaper, so my colors are going to stay nice and clean like that. I'll mix a nice green. What do you use to mix green? Yellow and blue. There is a video on the website about mixing colors. How do you make many colors from these colors that we have here? So there is the green for the fields. Painting. And from that, the fields will come that way, a bit that way. And from this green, I'm going to make another green by adding some white. See what happened? It changes. So I have from blue plus yellow, green, a bit of white gives you a different green for these fields that are down here. And just let the brush to move. It's really, really beautiful paint, and it will be, you just move the brush around and apply the paint. Relax your hand when you apply the paint, like that. And I like to make a pink or a purple. What about a purple? If we do white first, and then I'm going to borrow this paddle pop stick. I'm going to get this blue, this nice blue, and I'll mix beautiful purple for the sky. So that's what is happening. This is what happens here. Painting all over the big areas first. The sky. More blue for the sky. You can have a different blue for the sky. That's very, very good to do. You see this, the blue is changing into a darker blue. That's okay, because the sky sometimes is perfect blue, but many times it got a bit of purple, a bit of pink. So I'm just using that idea, thinking about that idea of the sky being different colors, and probably a bit of red for the sky too, to create that. You see, you can blend colors right there on the canvas. This is our landscape so far. It has been painted in different colors. I just left the clouds in black, but I like to add some details. So with a small paintbrush, I like to add some different colors. Contrasting colors means different. So if I do black there and black here, it's contrasting, it's different, like that. Just to create a few bits on the flower there, on the tree. So to make it a bit different, to add details with the paintbrush. You can add little spots or lines like this. More details probably here. Some trees, small trees at the distance, because when you see things at the distance, they look smaller. So I like to do those trees. This blue on the top. On the top, you see, you create a bit more on the top, just painting on the top. Just applying the paint there, so it's not going to blend with the other color behind that is still wet. What do you think? A bit more details? Probably with this blue we can make these into plants. These shapes become plants just by putting a stem there, and then we can put some leaves. And I'm using this blue because, as you can see here, the blue is very different from the green, and you can see those plants now. Bit more details with, let's say, some pure red. Where am I going to put this red? I have to choose a color that is very different from red, so you can see the red. So I'm going to do spots here with that red on that field. There are probably flowers. I'm imagining all of this as I paint. I imagine that there are flowers, little flowers on the field, like that, in red, and probably some little spots there on that plant, because this is all magic. And a bit of red probably here and there. And that's how you apply your details. Very, 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 very carefully applying your details. You see that's a dark color, so I'm doing some white, applying very carefully with the paintbrush those details. What do you think is finished? And this is what you can do with this paint. Really, really beautiful paint. As you can see, beautiful, bright colors, thick, beautiful, to achieve this kind of painting. This is the paint. Is what we use today, Chroma 2. We also used the Chroma 2 glue today, which is perfect for gluing this kind of collage. And we used something called Chroma Acryl Gesso, which is the thick white paint that we paint over when we finish the collage. All of these materials, or the list of materials that you need to do this project, are in the website. So if your mom, dad, or your teacher wants to do this project, she or he can go to the website, bravaartpress.com, and find out what is needed. You need paint, you need glue, you need also all kinds of bits and pieces that you can cut and glue. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.